What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be doing something that we did a year ago, that we did back in 2K19, kind of around the time of Endgame, and we're kind of getting close to Endgame now, even though I know it is only the start of May. I think it was probably the middle of June when we did this last year, but we're going to be doing pretty much what our 100k special was from last year, and it is the top 100 cards in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. So lads, I've used all these cards, I don't have all the cards, and also there's definitely people that disagree with this list. I've probably put certain cards above certain cards in previous lists, and then put them in the opposite way on this list. I'm telling you, like, these cards right here, like, to talk about 100 cards is difficult, and also because there's so little between so many cards that, give or take 20-30 positions, and you could argue the number 100 should be top 60. You could argue that the number 60 shouldn't be in the top 100. That is how good the cards are in this game. But anyway, yeah, now we are going to get onto it. So the first team, or the first 8 players here, from number 100 to number 92, I think, or 93, are these right here. So number 100, Andrew Wiggins. I'm going to actually stop counting down numbers because I know for a fact until we get to like the top 20 or so that I'm going to lose count somewhere. But we got Andrew Wiggins, who's a really, really nice 3-and-D card. Can shoot the ball really well, dunks really well. Not the biggest fan of his animations, but he's a really good card. Then we've got Opal Dirk Nowitzki. Just not a good release, and he doesn't move very well. Like, he's got all these really good stats. He's not the cheapest card in the world, but I'm telling you, Opal Dirk's not that good. Then there's Marvin Bagley, Amethyst. So one of the most underrated cards in the game. Isn't really, like, I can't justify putting him much higher than this, but you can definitely argue the best Amethyst in the game. He probably is the best Amethyst in the game, except for maybe Swaggy P, but I don't have Swaggy P on this list. So Bagley got great Hall of Fame badges, shoots the ball really, really well, and yeah, it's just an overall fantastic card. Then we got Harry Giles, who moves well and has limitless range. He's basically, in my opinion, a better Bam Adebayo. Decent enough height, is just a fantastic center. So then we got Kobe Bryant, Diamond. The more I use this card, the more I like the card. Like, I much prefer Kobe's release with gold quick draw instead of Hall of Fame quick draw. I just don't know what it is. The more I use Kobe, like, the worse I'm getting his release. So weird, like, I can't even green. Like, the more I use him, I expect him to be better. I just can't with the Opal. But I'm telling you, gold quick draw on this card, while he doesn't have the best badges in the world, he's got every vital badge gold, as well as having Hall of Fame clamps, which is huge. Then there's Russell Westbrook, not really to play a power forward or center. However, Russell Westbrook, in terms of using him as a triple threat player, is unbelievable. Because of how good he is in that game mode, I can't not put him on the list. Like, 36 Hall of Fame badges, almost perfect stats for a 6'3 player. Because of how good he is in TTO, I can't not put him on the list. And then there is the Super Cheese, Mirasan. Mirasan is just ridiculous, lads. He is just absolutely ridiculous when it comes to being cheesy in this game. So Mirasan, 7'7". His post hook is almost unguardable. He's also got a 100 driving dunk tendency, which is really, really good. Got a great standing driving dunk. He can actually hit the 3 occasionally if he's in the corner. Got a good release, good block. Again, not the best stamina, which is why I'm not going to put him any higher than this, but he is really good. Then there is Rudy. You could definitely argue this guy could be 30-40 spots higher, but I'm not as high on this card as most people are. He's got a big player build, a good release, but I don't know. This card is just one of those ones that I'm not very good with, so I'm going to put him there. So next up, we have got Anthony Davis, and I'll explain what the blanks are for later, and there's a few cards, obviously, that look very out of place. So we got Pink Diamond Anthony Davis here. Pink Diamond Anthony Davis actually a really good pick and pop jump shooter, really good on defense, and I don't know, he's a pretty good card, so I'm going to put him here. Then there is Greg Oden. Greg Oden's kind of the opposite. While he's definitely not a pick and pop jump shooter, he does everything else well. So he's got Hall of Fame deep hooks, Hall of Fame clamps, so he's a lockdown defender. He's only got goal quick draw, he's got no range. Jump shot isn't great, but look at that, like, dunking's really good. Defense fantastic, he's very, very quick and good lateral quickness, so he deserves to have a spot on this list without question. Then there's a weird one, like, I can't really put Pink Diamond Jokic much higher because he is a liability. You're going to have to, like, start manipulating matchups to really get the best effect out of him, but he is a 7-foot tall point guard who can post cheese, so it's not like I can't put him on the top 100 because he 100% is there. Then there is Giannis Antetokounmpo. So The thing with Giannis is he's one of the best defensive cards in the game. I just think he's at times a bit of a liability shooting wise. No range extender for a power forward. Like, you're going to have to play him with a shooting center, but a fantastic, fantastic card. Then there is Allen Iverson, Galaxy Opal. You can fly, like, not going to be the greatest defender, but if the other team's running a small or average size point guard, he's fine. He also can just completely just torch people on the offensive end. Then there is a Boogie Cousins. So lads, this is not this version of Boogie Cousins, it's the Pink Diamond Boogie. Pink Diamond Boogie, one of the best offensive bigs in the game. Can handle, can shoot, can do everything, can play point center. Problem is that Boogie doesn't really have much defense. And then next up is Vlade Divac, who I unfortunately don't have any version of him. Vlade Divac is a really good player. So the thing with Divac is a lot of people kind of don't have his release down. His release is a little bit slow, but it's not as bad as people say. Also shoots the lights out, can speed boost, doesn't have the best dribble animations though, but he is really good as a center. And then there is Pink Diamond Caron Butler. Pink Diamond Caron Butler is honestly just a really good 3-and-D2 guard who can peek shoot a little bit and go to the basket. Just a really nice card in my opinion. So then we are on to these two cards right here are a little bit different. So it's not Opal Steph, it's Pink Diamond Steph, and then Pink Diamond Derrick Rose for the next two. Pink Diamond Steph is like probably 75% of what you're getting with Opal Steph, or probably not 75, probably 85-90% of what you're getting with Opal Steph. I do really like both the cards, but I can't really justify putting Pink Diamond that low. Then there is Pink Diamond Derrick Rose. Pink Diamond Derrick Rose is a really nice shooter. While he's not quite the shooter that Steph Curry is, he can rim run so much better that I'm going to put Pink Diamond Rose here. And then there's Galaxy Opal James Harden. Like, I'm not that high on this card. Like, I don't think there's that many other people that would put Galaxy Opal James Harden in the 80s, but I don't think he's any higher. Like, I don't think I can put him in the top 80 cards in this game. I just don't like the card. And next up is a card that we don't have here, and it's going to be Bingo Smith. So Bingo Smith is legitimately one of the better peak shooters. If this was 2 weeks ago, I would have put Bingo Smith probably top 50, but as time goes on, I'm starting to like Bingo Smith less and less, but he's still just a better version of James Harden. And there's Opal Clyde Drexler. I don't like this card. I'm just saying that right now. There's something about the card. Stats-wise, he should be unbelievable. It just doesn't agree with me. Just does not agree with me. He shoots all right. Not a great release. Dunks quite well, but isn't great. Dwight Howard was the best center in the game when he first came out. However, he is just a little bit outdated. So he's got an 86 mid-range. He's got a 78 3-ball, a 99 driving dunk, which is unreal. The problem is, again, he's a really good defender, no range extender, and he's just that little bit small, 6'11". Then we got Kuzma, a card that, like, a lot of people swear by Kuzma. I just don't really like him. So, like, 39 Hall of Fame badges. He's got a lot of good ones. Like, he doesn't have Hall of Fame range, does he? No, so he seems to have gold range and go quick draw. He's a pretty good defender. Good in the post, good from three, can speed boost. There's just something about him that I don't like. Then there is Mark Eaton. Mark Eaton's one of the best defensive bigs in the game, just can't really shoot. He's like a mixture between like Mirasan and I don't know what to even say about him. Like, he's not a three-point shooter at all, and that's a big problem. Like, fantastic on defense, can be used in a ultra cheese lineup. I just don't particularly like him. So he's kind of a little bit lower, but still, every card on this top 100 is usable in my team. I'm saying that right now. So then we've got two players that we don't have the cards for, and these players are Diamond Kevin Porter Jr. here. Diamond Kevin Porter Jr., a really good card. J.R. Smith, lefty release, money, can dunk the ball really well. He is really nice. And then we've got Opal Arvydas Sabonis. So Arvydas Sabonis, again, a lot of people do really like this card. I just think he's just too slow to be effective. Then there is Danny Manning. So again, this is kind of like where my preference kind of comes in. I love Danny Manning. In my opinion, it's the easiest base 11 release in the game to green, even though the vast majority of people would say it's the worst base 11 release. For me, this is just a personal choice because he is a 6'10", 3K MT guy who can play small forward, unbelievable in the post, and in my opinion, he is cash. Also dunks the ball really well and plays solid defense. And there's Jared Dudley. Jared Dudley's release is really nice. 30 Hall of Fame badges, including Hall of Fame quick draw and range extender. Also just clamps people up on defense. Just look at these defense stats, especially on the perimeter. A really good small forward. And there's Kristaps Pink Diamond. I don't think he's close to being as good as Kristaps Opal, but as far as pick and pop shooters go, he is very, very good. And there's Pink Diamond Siakam. Pink Diamond Siakam, obviously not the diamond one, gets in lanes, shoots well, and also has got great defense. And a lot of the time, that's all you really need in a power forward. Like, as a glue guy, Siakam will be much higher, but honestly, I don't think I could see myself or anyone really using Siakam as their main offensive option and doing well with him. That's just one of those things with Siakam. I just don't think he is. I don't think he's usable as a main option. Then we got Kawhi Leonard Raptors version. So I think Kawhi Leonard Raptors version is one of the more underrated cards in the game. Because yeah, he doesn't have the Hall of Fame quick draw that the other Kawhi Leonard has. However, he's still got unbelievable perimeter defense. He's still got the Kawhi Leonard animations, so he's going to defend better than you'd expect, and he hits wide open shots. Goal quick draw's fine on him. But then there's Opal Scottie Pippen. So Opal Scottie is a really nice card. Again, if he had Hall of Fame quick draw and didn't have steady, he'd be way, way better, but he's still really good without it. A really, really nice defender. It's just, again, release a little bit slow, and steady kind of puts him a little bit lower. And to be fair, like, I think, is he the only steady shooter player that's on this list? Yeah, like, I don't have D-Rob. I know it sounds crazy. I prefer Marvin Bagley to D-Rob. So, like, I don't even have D-Rob in my top 100. So, I think he's the only steady player in my top 100. Then we are on to the next group of players. So, this is going to be a really controversial one. This is a card that a lot of people love that I don't like. Larry Bird. Yeah, Larry Bird got Jomar at 250k. Larry Bird, Pink Diamond was a really good card as well. I just don't. This is a card that I just can't get his release down. I don't know what it is. I just cannot shoot with Larry Bird. Like 40 Hall of Fame badges, he should be unbelievable. And again, like, this card is, we're kind of going into like the 60s now. But you can definitely argue Larry Bird's the top 20 card in the game. That's how close these cards are. These cards are all so good, it's personal preference. Then we've got Lance Stevenson, point guard. So Lance Stevenson, again, I actually really like his release. The opposite. And there's no way in a vacuum that Lance Stevenson should be better than Larry. But for me, he just is. Good speed, two ball acceleration, good dunking, just everything. Then we got Dennis Rodman, just clamps. He's got 32 Hall of Fame badges, every Hall of Fame defensive badge. A little bit slow in terms of his animations, but he has the biggest green window in the game if you leave him open. Slow release though. So for that reason, he's kind of a bit lower than some people would kind of hope for. So then we have a card that we don't have any version, and it's Pink Diamond Sean Elliott. Pink Diamond Sean Elliott is, in my opinion, is one of the best releases in the game. An unbelievable card, shoots the lights out, and just can be a great glue guy. Like, I would rather run with Sean Elliott, a small forward, than Larry, and I don't know why I would, but that's just me. There are definitely a lot of controversial things in the top 100. There will be a lot of controversial, like if anyone made this list, there probably should be controversial things, because again, not every player is the same. Every player plays differently, and then just like keeping Danny Granger outside the top 50. Danny Granger just feels clunky. I'm sorry, he feels clunky. Yeah, he can shoot the lights out, but that's it. Like, that's all he does. He's not this best defender. Like, yeah, he's a 6'9" 2 guard. And for me, putting a 6'9" 2 guard this low is crazy. But he feels clunky. I'm sorry, he feels clunky. And there's Opal Ray Allen. One of the best catch and shoot shooters in the game. One of the best shooters, period, in the game. Can go to the basket a little bit, can clamp up, and is really good. Then there's Galaxy Opal Bradley Beal. I think he literally is just Ray Allen with a better release. Then Galaxy Opal Vince Carter. Another card that should be a lot better than he is. He should be able to do a lot more than he does for me, but I don't know, like, most people have the same opinion of Vince Carter, is that they don't like him, but they don't know why they don't like him, and that's the exact same with me. Like, I was lights out with his diamond, couldn't shoot with his opal. I don't know what it is. It is a me problem, not a card problem, but still, I don't think there's any reason to use Carter, so I'm going to keep him low. Then, this is probably the most controversial part in this, so we're kind of going around the number 50. So we got Craig Elo right here. Dude, I'm telling you, Craig Elo in terms of catch and shoot is the best in the game. Forget Klay Thompson, forget Galaxy Opal Chris Mullin, forget those cards. It's Craig Elo, base 64. If you want a catch and shoot guy to come off flare screens and shoot wide open, Craig Elo is the best in the game, and it's not even close. Like, I don't think he's the best two guard, because he's not the best to get out of the basket, he's not the best to create his own shot. But if you want someone to just stand there and hit jumpers, which a lot of people seem to want players to do, use Craig Elo. Trust me, he's that good. Then Tyler Hero's next. Tyler Hero probably should be a lot higher. The problem with Hero is that a lot of people a lot of people don't get the most of the hero because they can't really control him. And I'm one of those people. I cannot control Tyler Hero, and that's the reason why he's that low. If I control his release, if I control everything with him and play with him consistently, he would be way, way higher. Then we have got Pink Diamond Thurl Bailey. So Pink Diamond Thurl has got he's 6'11", got a bit of an awkward release. His stats aren't good, which is one of the things about Thurl. He's a player reliant on animations and stuff, but is a really great glue guy and deserves to be somewhere in and around 50 on the list. And then we have got Bonga, which I think is 51 or 52 if I'm right. Bonga is fantastic. Like, he can go to the basket, he can dunk on people, he shoots the lights out. I really like his release. His release definitely takes a bit of time to get used to, but once you get used to it, it is super, super nice. And again, there's nothing really that Bonga can't do. There's just players that do the same thing at a better level. Speaking of that, there are 3 guys in a row right here that are them players. So Alex Caruso is only 6'5". He's a little bit undersized in terms of tall point guards. However, I really like Caruso's release. He's also a really good dunker and great rim runner. We got Lonzo Ball, who is almost like he's basically just a much better Isaac Bonga or Isak Bonga stats-wise. He's much, much better stats-wise. However, animations-wise, Bonga's better. But Lonzo is still a lockdown defender and can still hit shots when he's wide open. But yeah, Lonzo's release is not the greatest though. Like, if Lonzo had a greater release, he'd probably be top 30. Then LeBron James. This LeBron James card is a card that's just kind of outdated. Like, I liked him when he came out. He kind of does everything well. He can't shoot from the corners, which is a bit of a problem. And I just think SIGs and animations wise, LeBron's not the greatest. And it's just the only LeBron that is great is obviously the Opal, because he's just got the most juice, stats, and badges in the game. Even more so than Kobe. Then, well, more so badges juice than Kobe, I think. Then we have got Nick Batum. So, yeah, we got a 3-and-D guy. Nick Batum is, in my opinion, a much better Danny Granger. Like, that is just, again, my opinion. He plays, like, I've played him and I've played Batum and Granger at the same time. I much prefer Batum. I think they do an almost identical job, but I just think he does it way better. Then we are on to the next players, and first up is Rick Smits. So, Rick Smits and another player on this list do very, very similar jobs. So Rick Smits is a 7'4" center, so he's very, very tall. And unlike Mark Eaton, he can actually shoot the 3 ball. Has got really great block of 89. Again, being 7'4", he'll block everything. A great rebounding stats, got pretty okay speed and pretty okay lateral quick, 77. Can hold his own with the bigs. Doesn't have pogo, unfortunately, but I'm telling you, he's a really good card. Then we have got Zach LaVine. So Zach LaVine is Pink Diamond Zach LaVine is basically a Tracy McGrady based shooting point guard. He doesn't have, there's one badge he doesn't have. Did I say Pink Diamond? Opal Zach LaVine. He doesn't have either handles for laser and pluckables, one or the other he doesn't have, which kind of makes him a little bit lower in terms of my best tier players, but is still a great card. Then we have got Jamal Crawford. So Jamal Crawford is basically a better shooting Levine because they have the same base, but he can't dunk quite as much, so I'm going to put Crawford a little bit ahead. We got Micah Red, one of the more underrated cards in the game, a lights out shooter, can kind of do a little bit of everything. Then we've got the most underrated card in the game, Paul Silas, and I don't think it's particularly close. Paul Silas is the most underrated card in the game, especially because, not only because he's cheap, but because people just think this card sucks. Paul Silas is unbelievable. He's basically got Paul George with a different upper, Paul George release, shoots the ball from deep, and is basically, just look at his defensive stats. Got every defensive badge at least gold, 97 perimeter, 95 interior, like, he's a ridiculous defender. And speaking of ridiculous defenders with unbelievable releases, Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace is basically, he does everything that this dude does, except Wallace is 2 inches taller and probably does it a little bit better. A card that I think is fantastic. Then we have got Stephen Curry. So, as far as peak shooters go, Steph Curry might be number 1. His handle is good, his jumper is good, everything about Steph Curry is good, except for the fact that he is 6'3", which is a bit of a problem. So I think he's the second best little point guard in the game, in my opinion, but is still a little point guard, and he's not that much better than the Pink Diamond. I know he's like 30 something spots ahead or something, but he's not that much better in reality. The difference between like 75 and 40 in this list is almost nothing. Then there's Taco Fall, who I just think is a better Rick Smits. Everything I said about Rick Smits applies for Taco. He's Rick Smits with longer wingspan. That's basically an inch taller. And then we have got this right here. You've got Derrick Rose, who I think is the best little point guard in the game. Unless you want to count Dwayne Wade as a little point guard, then Wade's in there. But I'm going to say 6'4" is kind of the cutoff. 6'3" and lower is the cutoff point for little point guards. D Rose can dunk really well. He's also got Hall of Fame range, quick draw. I actually prefer Derrick Rose in terms of shooting to Steph Curry, and he also dunks the ball really, really well. So I'm going to put him there. Then we have got Opal Kiki Vandoe. So lads, this is another one that I think a lot of people have kind of forgot about how good he is, because not that many people have him. I don't have him. I tried to get him on all my accounts and couldn't get him. Opal Kiki, I'm pretty sure, has got like Pro 6, has a really nice release, is 6'8", and shoots the lights out. Just a fantastic card. Then there's Opal Luka Doncic. Doncic's handle, like a lot of people use Doncic in their best team, and that's fine. His handle is not the greatest. He's hard to get open, in my opinion. If you want it, like if you're running plays and stuff, he's fantastic because he's a great passer. He's a great shooter. His jumper is so nice, but I just can't really get open with him in my playstyle, so he's down a little bit lower. Then we have got Kevin Garnett, Galaxy Opal, a slow release. That's literally it. Like, he's basically a perfect card other than that. And his release, his money is just slow. Then there's Yao Ming. So Yao Ming has got a pretty decent 3-ball, great in the post. He's got no real ball handle at all. However, the thing with Yao Ming is that he's got an almost unguardable post hook, which is why he's slightly ahead of someone like Taco Fall. But I definitely would take Taco over him for defense and movement, so it's a close one. It's a close one. But Yao is probably the best giant in the game. And then we have got Opal Josh Smith, a card that I don't think many people use, but I really like Opal Josh Smith. In terms of the Opals, I think if you're trying to run, well, the Opals and Token Mark, if you're trying to run everything through one player, then probably Levine's the best. However, for most people who already have cards from other means to run their offense through, Opal Josh Smith is fantastic. He's the best of them all. And then we've got Pink Diamond T-Mac, definitely not the Opal. The Opal's a lot higher than this, trust me. We got Pink Diamond T-Mac. Pink Diamond T-Mac does almost everything the Opal does, except for the fact that he's only got gold range extender. So not gold range extender, gold quick draw. If the Pink Diamond Hall of Fame quick draw, I would say literally just stay with Pink Diamond instead of the Opal, but the quick draw upgrade is a big difference. Then we got Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard, one of the best defensive players in the game, triggers some insane defensive animations. He has got Hall of Fame range and quick draw, and there's a reason he's like 250k. He is a fantastic card, trust me. I just think he's that little bit overpriced right now. So now we are on to our final 36 lads, and Paul George starts off the list. Paul George, definitely, like, this to number 20 are almost the same. I'm telling you, almost the same. When I was looking at these cards, they were so similar. But Paul George, really nice release. Funnily enough, I actually kind of prefer his release with gold quick draw, which is Cam Reddish, a player who you will see a little bit later. But one of the kind of iffy things is that he's a power forward / small forward. If he could play the 2, he would be a lot higher. Then we have got Dino Raja. So Dino has got one problem: the fact that he keeps giving up flagrant fouls. Dino, great mid-range shot, great release, great 3, handles the ball better than any other center. He's got the longest wingspan in the game. Super quick, the fastest center with the ball, and great lateral quickness. So, man, Dino is that dude. Then there's Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade. Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade is, man, he's nice. He is really nice. The only problem is that he's got no pick dodger. Like, if Pink Diamond Dwayne Wade had pick dodger, I would be definitely putting him up a lot higher. But the problem is that he doesn't have pick dodger, so you can just abuse him in screen rolls, and you really have to hide him on defense. So I can't justify putting someone in the top 30. They have to hide on defense. Then there is Carmelo Anthony. I just think he's inconsistent. When Carmelo Anthony's playing well, he's unbelievable. When he's playing bad, he's not. He's terrible, and he's just, as Carmelo Anthony's made the last 3 years, inconsistent. Then we have got Nate Thurmond. Nate Thurmond, Dino, Wilts. Like, that's all just personal preference, to be honest. I think Wilts is the best by a little bit, by a hair over Nate Thurmond, who's a hair better than Dino Raja. So I think it's really close. They're basically the same card. Then we got Draymond Green, point guard. A lot of people like running a power forward. I don't. I really do like running a point guard, especially when I put like a Walter Davis or like an out-and-out scorer beside him. Like, I wouldn't run him as a main option, but he's a really great 3-and-D guy. Then we got Galaxy Opal Wilt, who I unfortunately didn't get this month because I just don't really play in the system that much, to be honest. So Yeah, Galaxy Opal Wilt is, again, a really good card. Basically the same as Thurmond and Rajak, to be honest. And there is Oscar Robertson. I like Big O. I just think that he's not unbelievable. A lot of people really do swear by Big O. I just don't think he's the greatest card in the world, to be completely honest. But really good, and I can't really justify not putting him in the top 30 because he does everything, literally everything well. And then we have got these guys right here. So we got Diamond Robert Covington. And again, people are going to call me crazy for that. For some reason, I couldn't even get just any version of Roko to put into the squad. There was none on the market. I'm telling you, Diamond Roko is legit. Diamond Roko is absolutely legit, lads. He's got length. He can get in lanes. He shoots the lights out and is just my starting small forward on my main team. Like, I've actually started using Roko at the 3 and a Diamond version of this dude at the 2. Cam Reddish. Man, I really like Cam Reddish. Is he much better than Paul George? No, Paul George probably, like in a vacuum, the better card. However, Cam Reddish can play the 2, which is huge. He's a 6'8 guy with Paul George's animations. He can play the 2 with almost perfect stats and badges. The only problem is he got Goal Quick Draw, but I actually prefer his release with Goal Quick Draw. Then we got Brandon Roy, Opal, Pink Diamond. It doesn't matter. They're both in the exact same spot. I think they play literally the exact same. I can't even justify using one over the other. I think they play the exact same. Again, basically like a mini T-Mac. Great release. Quick Draw Hall of Fame. Goal or Range Extender Hall of Fame. Really great release and great peak shooter. Then we got Walter Davis, who is literally the exact same animations as Brandon Roy, except with Walter Davis, you get, I think you get a couple of, you get better like dribble sigs, so he moves slightly better, and you get unpluckable, but you sacrifice Hall of Fame range. So it's really, again, subjective, which is better. I just prefer Davis, maybe because it's a shiny new toy, but I prefer Davis. Then there's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan definitely could be higher. Michael Jordan, initially when I made this list, I had Michael Jordan at like 16, and I had to just drop him because I think there are definitely better players that I forgot about. But Michael Jordan is elite. Like if you think Michael Jordan's the best 2 guard in the game, or if you have Michael Jordan in your best team and you have like a team accuracy with the 3, you are, trust me, you're not wrong. That is not a dumb thing to do because Jordan is that good. Then we have got a bit of a controversial one, but I'm putting Jack Sigma in there. I think Jack Sigma is, in terms of pick and pop jump shooting centers, the literal best one in the game. And I don't know if there will ever be a better, from now till the end of the year, I don't think there'll be a better pick and pop jump shooting center on the offensive end than Jack Sigma. He's also got a wide body, strong, gets boards, not the quickest, but he's elite. And the one player that comes close in terms of pick and pop jump shooting centers is Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's got a similar build, is only an inch smaller, except Blake can ball handle and go to the basket a little better, except I do think that Sigma's release is that bit better than Blake's. Then we got KP, just outside our top 20. There's just something about Porzingis, I don't know, I just don't feel like he's as good as his stats and badge would suggest. I just think he kind of moves sluggishly. I definitely wouldn't play him at power forward, but I know a lot of people do like him. So lads, now we are on to the top 20. We're on to the top 20 cards in this game. So this video has already taken longer than last year's one, trying to explain. So at number 20, we have got a small forward, and it's Kevin Durant. From here on out, these are near perfect cards, lads. So your number 1 is probably somewhere on this list, and my number 1 might be your number 20, and my number 20 might be your number 1. Kevin Durant, near perfect stats, shoots the lights out. I just don't really like his release, so I'm going to put him at 20. At number 19, we are going with Andrei Kirilenko. Base 11, gets in lanes, plays defense, a fantastic 3-and-D guy. You can't run your offense through Kirilenko like you can with Kevin Durant. However, he is that much better on defense, and he fits into my team better, so Kirilenko's there. However, I think they came out with a better Kirilenko a couple of days ago. Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom, absolutely insane. Like base 11, lefty released a really smooth base 11 shot, great animations, great dunk, and he's an inch taller, and I just prefer lefty shooters. However, the best base 11 card in the game, in my opinion, goes to James Worthy. So I'm probably in the minority because I think James Worthy has a fairly similar release to that of Danny Manning. I am probably in the minority that preferred that type of base 11 release over Lamar Odom / Kirilenko, where there's a lot less of a load up animation. Again, all personal preference, and it's weird, like I really like the load up on Worthy and Manny is something I really like, and the load on someone like a Kobe is something I don't like. And speaking of Kobe Bryant, at number 15 we have got, or is it, sorry, number 16, we have got Kobe Bryant. So just outside the top 15. Again, you could argue he's number 2 or 3. I just think his animations are not the greatest in the world, so he's just outside the top 15 for me. A really fantastic card, great at going to the rim. And he's got the Kobe escape, which is unbelievable. I just don't like the jump shot. And at number 15, we are going to go with Hakeem Olajuwon, who I don't have either. So I completely forgot about that. The thing with Hakeem Olajuwon, the more I use Hakeem, the better I think he is. He's starting to shoot better for me. Obviously, he can play really well inside. Do not try to use Hakeem Olajuwon like he's Shaq or like he's Eddie Curry or even like he's Hakeem Olajuwon, because he doesn't move as quick as he would suggest. If you use him as kind of just an inside presence, he can be super, super good. And I definitely made the mistake of trying to use him like he was Shaq because he has comparable stats to Shaq. Then we have got Bol. So another player that a lot of people would say is just a demigod. I did not think when this card came out that there would ever be a stage that this is not a top 10 card in my team. And I think it might have just happened. I think it might have literally just happened. So yeah, that is kind of nuts. So I think I've missed out on someone here, have I? No, Bol's here. At number 13, we have got now Magic Johnson. At this stage, it's literally just personal preference. There is no objective way to rank players from about 30 to 1. This is all personal preference. But Magic Johnson, really nice card. Goes to the basket really well, shoots really well. There's nothing bad about this card. He's just there for me. And then at number 12, we have got a bit of a kind of shock one. But at number 12, I'm going to put Galaxy Opal Thon Maker. So again, an elite card, elite peak shooter, elite slasher is just in this position for me. Because again, just personal reference. And at number 10 is a card that I definitely really do like, but a lot of people would have him higher. I just think he's that little bit of a liability. So at number 10, because there's so many great point guards in the game that are taller, it is not this Dwayne Wade, but it's the Galaxy Opal Dwayne Wade. Sorry, number 11, it's Dwayne Wade. And number 11 is Dwayne Wade. Just outside the top 10. So let's just put a bronze in so we can quit. And now we are on to the top 10. Now we are on to the top 10 players right here. So, lads, let me know in the comments if one of your favorites, if your favorites are in the top 10 or if your favorites are outside the top 10. Because again, this is all subjective and there's so many great cards in this game. So at number 10, we're going to go with a point guard, and it's Galaxy Opal Ben Simmons. So Ben Simmons, a little bit of a slow release, which is literally his only problem. He's got range, he's got quick draw, he's got pretty much everything, and is just one of the best cards in the game. I don't think many people are going to argue against him being one of the best cards in the game. Let's be real. A fantastic card, does everything well. At number 9, we have got a big man who shouldn't be in the top 10, but he is just due to how he moves. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem on is the best defensive big man in the game. No question about that. Kareem gets in lanes better than everybody else. Kareem runs the floor better than everyone else off the ball. His animations are believable. The skyhook this year is the first year it's actually useful in game, and it's very overpowered. His release, that is not a 79 overshot 3. It feels like it's a 95. He can't shoot from limitless, that's the problem. If we do end up getting a juice Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that may end up being the best card in the game. If we get a speed boosting range extender Kareem, that will probably be the best card in the game. Not gonna lie. At number 8, we're going to go small forwards who can play at the point guard. And again, personal preference, Hedo Turkoglu. Because I like to play around screens more and peek shoot and shoot off quick stops, I think he's one of my favorite point guards, probably my second favorite point guard in the game. I have much more success with Hedo than with a Magic Johnson or a Ben Simmons, and that's mainly because I like the 3-point hunt instead of rim running. However, if you're a rim runner, definitely Hedo may not even be in top 20. Just for me, the way I play, he is that dude. Like 6'10 point guard, unbelievable handle, unbelievable jump shot, great release with that LaMarcus Aldridge base, and a great card in my opinion. At number 7, we have got the best point guard in the game in my opinion. It is the Pink Diamond. There's actually 2 Pink Diamonds on this list from here on out, which is kind of crazy. But it's Pink Diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis, in my opinion, is still the best point guard in the game. He might also be the best power forward in the game. Giannis plays lanes better than anyone else on defense. He's got those extendo arms. He gets in lanes. Everyone, like literally everyone in this game knows how overpowered Giannis is in every single game mode. And this is just completely juiced up Giannis. Every important badge he's got Hall of Fame except quick draw on range. You know what? Like, he's fine with gold in both of them. Shoots the lights out with an 84-3. I'm shocked that he is not in my top 5. I'm absolutely shocked, but he is unbelievable, and that just shows how good these cards are. Then we are into our we're at number 6, just outside our top 5, and it's going to be one of my favorite cards in the game. It's Eddie Curry. So if you had have given me a million guesses on who would be my 6th best player in the game 3 days ago, I would never in my life have guessed Eddie Curry. Like, never in my life would I have guessed Eddie Curry. They were going to give Eddie Curry a card that would be nearly a top 5 card in the game. They did. Eddie Curry's a demigod. He is literally a demigod. Like, for my playstyle, again, because I like to pick and pop, I like the 3-point hunt, he's a mixture between, he is almost as good as Shaq in terms of handles, animations, going to the basket and playing inside, with the jump shot of Jack Sigma. With the jump shot of Jack Sigma with the worst rating. So, like, there's a reason why I've been calling him Shaq Sigma. He's unbelievable. But you know what? I just can't put him ahead of Shaq. As much as I do really like Eddie Curry, Shaq is that much better on the defensive end that I can't put him ahead. Eddie Curry is better than Shaq on offense. Shaq's got them glitchy post animations. Shaq's got near perfect stats. He can still shoot a little bit, obviously nowhere near as good as Curry, because they gave Curry one of the best releases in the game, but Shaq is unbelievable and a worthy number 5. And number 4 is a card that I do not have, and it is Anthony Davis Galaxy Opal. I've used this card a few times, and he's just, like, again, he's a near perfect card, except I really do like Anthony Davis animations. One of the best cards, if not, like, you can argue any of these cards are the best card in the game, let's be real. At number 3, we're going to go with, in my opinion, the best point guard in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. It's LeBron James. So LeBron James, again, there's just something about, maybe it's when they gave him Hall of Fame quick draw, but I was never a fan of the pink time LeBron James, but man, I'm a fan of this LeBron James. He's different. Like, he is different. He can dominate. This is the best version of LeBron James we've seen in a 2K game since probably 2K16 pink time, or say 2K15 pink time LeBron. Like, he's better than any of the 2K16 ones. He's definitely better than the 2K18 LeBrons, including the 90 on everything. LeBron 110% better than the 2K19 LeBrons. Is unbelievable in game. And at number 2 and number 1, this is 1A and 1B. So lads, the funny thing is that the 2 guard, in my opinion, is probably the weakest position. However, in my opinion, the top 2 cards in the game are both 2 guards. And I have one of them on this account, the other one I have on my other account. So this is 1A, 1B. I'm going to give this based on my play style, but again, you can have different opinions. So at number 2, I think is a fairly obvious one, is Tracy McGrady, or 1B. So Tracy McGrady, unbelievable card. Again, a fantastic peak shooter, can go to the basket, can do everything well. He plays every single role, as he may be arguably the best 2 guard in the game at everything. In terms of defense, you can argue he's up there with MJ. In terms of peak shooting, you can argue he's up there with the guy that's number 1 on this list. In terms of just being like a cone, catch and shoot, you can argue he's the best. However, number 1 is a card that I do not have, so it will be up here on screen right now in a obvious one. My number 1 player in 2K20 MyTEAM is Glenn Rice. My number 1 player is Glenn Rice. The way I play, Glenn Rice is the best player. If you like to use screens and 3-point hunt off screens, Glenn Rice is the best player in this game. Dwayne Wade, obviously, in a vacuum, if Dwayne Wade was 6'7", he probably would be the best. However, you're getting Dwayne Wade's jump shot with Hall of Fame range extender. So basically, you're getting Opal Dwayne Wade, but he's 6'7". And that is definitely enough to give him number 1 over Wade, who's number 11. But anyway, yeah, that is a video. That was such a long video to record, and I have been talking for the last 40 minutes. So yeah, that is pretty much it. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.